If you own a Denago golf cart and you want to upgrade your audio in your cart, then you are watching the right video, because we at BA Carts just released 3 sound systems for all Denago models, level 1, 2, and 3. They are extremely simple to install. They massively upgraded your audio, and better yet, they're all plug and play. No wire cutting whatsoever, no wiring skills are needed to install any of these systems. We make it as simple as it can possibly be. If that's you, you want better audio in your Denago, then keep watching, because I'm gonna go through all 3 systems and explain to you what you're gonna get if you invest in either one of them. Alrighty, so these are our 3 plug-and-play sound system options for the Denago. Now, we've got level 1, level 2, and level 3, the big boy. Now, level 1 and level 2, which of course I'm gonna go in a lot more detail about these systems, but just kind of set the stage so you understand exactly what we offer here. Level 1 and 2 are just contained in the dash, and all Denago models have the same dash. So level 1 and level 2 are universal and fit on the Nomad XL, the Nomad non-XL, the Rover XL. They fit the Rover XXL, which is the 6 forward-facing version, and then they fit the XL6. So the level 3 system is actually built per model. So this exact system you see here is built for the Rover XL and the XXL. Now, the only difference really between the level 3 for the Rover versus the Nomad and XL6, which is the Nomad and XL6 have a back seat. And that is where the sub goes for the level 3 system on the Nomad or XL6. So again, Nomad or XL6, sub goes in the back, and all the rest of this is pretty similar, pretty exact same hardware. And then for the Rover and for the XXL, this is your system where your sub drops under your front seat. Now, before I dive into the nitty-gritty details about these 3 systems, I gotta tell you that you can find these systems, view all kinds of information, pictures, descriptions, and purchase these systems on our website. If you click the link in the description below, if you're watching this on YouTube, or you just go to bacarts.com, click on accessory store, click on the Denago you own, and then you'll see all of our accessories, including these plug and play sound systems that fit your cart, right there in our online store, and you can purchase them right there. All 3 of these systems will have written instructions and video instructions on how to install these. These don't just show up to your door and you just gotta guess how they go on your cart. We have very well written and very thorough video instructions telling you exactly how to install these. Alrighty, so this is our level 1 plug and play system for Denagos. Again, this fits all Denago models. And this, in short, is our entry level system for the Denago owner who just wants better sound out of their dash. They're not looking to rip their face off or have insane bass, nothing like that. They just want a little bit better sound. Now, if you own a Nomad and you don't have a sound bar, you just have the little speakers in the dash and you want to hear them better, this system's for you. You don't want to spend a bunch of money, just an entry-level, inexpensive system. This system's for you. But most popularly, I know this based on customers calling and emailing us, most people have a Rover or an XL6 like this cart here, where it has the sound bar in the back. And if you own a Denago and you have a sound bar, you know that you can't even hear the dang dash speakers. All you hear is the dang sound bar. And I'm not gonna get into why that is, but in short, the speakers just need a lot more power. And that's what our level 1 system entails. You have a plug and play 150 watt amp that, again, plug and play. I'm gonna say it a million times this video, but this all plug and plays right into your dash and then plugs into Memphis PRX4 speakers. You can't throw more power at the stock speakers because they're just not good enough quality. We tried and they instantly started crapping on themselves as soon as we asked those factory speakers to start playing a little louder. So you get better speakers with the level 1 system. And again, 150 watt plug and play amp. Don't expect this system to rip your face off or for people to hear you coming down the road a mile away. Nothing like, it doesn't have any bass at all. The sound bar actually has more bass than these speakers. So don't expect any of that. It's just an inexpensive entry-level system. It's So now we are on our level 2 plug and play sound system, and this is where we start to spice things up a little bit. So you get the same 150 watt amp that you saw in level 1, but everything's changed because of our speaker enclosures. So now you have these custom made speaker enclosures that screw up in the corners of the dash. And now the speakers fire at you as opposed to firing at the ground. So now they don't have to work nearly as hard for you to hear them because they're firing at you as opposed to firing at your feet. And the speaker has to play a hell of a lot louder than it needs to for you to hear it properly when it's not firing at you. So we fixed that issue, screw on enclosures, super simple. Then you also massively upgrade the speakers. Our Memphis signature 5 1/4 Marine speakers. A few years ago, we asked Memphis to make us our own high performance marine grade speaker that was a 5 1/4 size, because that's very popular for golf carts. And we wanted it to be able to rip your face off, play extremely clean, extremely clear, and extremely loud without distorting. So that's what they did for us. They made us an awesome speaker, and that's what you get here with level 2. So not only do you have enclosures now that fire at you, but you have much better speakers. You can see them installed right down here in the cart. The enclosures, again, go right into there. The speaker doesn't come on the enclosure first. You screw the enclosure in on the back side, then you put the speaker in, plug it in, you're good to go. And you might be seeing that and thinking, well, that's gonna get in the way of my feet. Well, it actually doesn't. I mean, unless you're really wanting to put your foot way up there, it actually doesn't get in the way at all. We designed them so they don't interfere whatsoever. So you can still put your feet there, no big problem. To give you the blunt answer, what you really want to know is, should I buy level 2 or level 1 before you've even heard about level 3, is these sound significantly better than level 1, as you could guess. I would say it's when it really becomes clear is when you're driving down the road, full speed, 25, 30 mile an hour, it's windy, and you feel like you're kind of losing some volume, kind of losing some clarity in your audio, and you can't hear it quite as well. This doesn't waver at all. You'll hear every single tune, every single guitar stroke, every single word of the song. This plays significantly louder, significantly cleaner. It's extreme jump in the overall clarity of your music. Because now, again, not only are they firing at you, but the speakers are a heck of a lot better, and they're larger. So you get a little bit more mid bass from these. I'm not saying in any way or shape or form you're gonna get bass. That's where our level 3 system comes into play. But you get a little more lower mid bass tones from these speakers because they're just a little bit larger, and they're in these enclosures as well. So if you want to spend a little bit more money and have your dash take a hold of the audio experience more so than your soundbar, then level 2 is for you. Last but not least, our level 3 system. So this is an entirely different ball game than level 1 and 2. If you are the type of person that has to have the best audio in their vehicles, if you want to use your Denago as the sound system at the beach or at the campground or at the picnic, if you want people to hear you coming down the road 500 feet away, if you just like really, really good audio, especially you really like bass. If you just want a concert-like experience behind the wheel of your Denago, then the L3 system is for you. So let's check it out. Here in our L3 system, our level 3 system, you have the same speaker enclosures and our Memphis signature speakers that you have in the L2 system. Then the most fun part is the stealth sub, drop-in stealth sub that we manufacture with a Memphis PRXS 1024 sub. It comes with mounts. It literally just drops in, bolts right to the frame of your cart, and produces an insane amount of bass, but we'll get more into that soon. But when you have a real sub like that, you need real power. So you gotta have an amp that produces a lot of power, which is what this guy does. This is the Memphis MX 800.4 marine grade amplifier. It's throwing 400 watts at the speakers, 400 watts at the sub, and yeah, it's a lot of power for a golf cart. But when you have a big amp like that, you need a lot of power to power the amp. And the factory voltage reducer on the Denago isn't powerful enough to run this 12-volt amp. So you need a better voltage reducer, which is what this Reliance reducer does. This can handle up to a 30 amp draw. So then on the back side of this guy, you will see, and as you notice, you didn't even see this on the cart because it's hidden once you install the stealth sub, but you have our marine grade box right here on the back side with your power receptacle, your audio receptacle, and if you have LEDs, like you see on this cart right now, you have an LED connector as well. Now, obviously the L3 system has a heck of a lot more components involved than L1 and L2, but it still bolts on and plug and play. Our power plate bolts directly to the frame, and it's directly below right here under the frame right here. It's mounted just like so. You just can't see it because the stealth sub's there, but we'll show you in some B-roll. And this mounts right to the frame right there, bolts to the existing bolts in the frame. And then your harnesses that run from the center pod up to the dash, which are these 3 harnesses right here, plug directly into your power plate. So you've got power, you've got audio, and then if you choose our LED option, your LED connector plugs in right there and plugs into the LED glow. Now, like I said earlier, the jump between level 3 and the first 2 levels is extreme. Totally different ball game. And that's mainly due because of power and because of our sub, obviously. But just covering the speaker end of it first for power, these speakers can handle a heck of a lot more power than they receive in our level 2 system with that 150 watt amp. Our MX 800.4 throws the proper amount of wattage at these guys and they can actually handle it. So the clarity, the volume, the mid-bass punch you're gonna get out of these speakers now with that bigger amp is, again, totally different ends of the spectrum, not even comparable because it's just night and day difference. I mean, these will literally play 5 times louder than the level 2 system because of that amp. So right there, and now it's not just about volume as well, it's about clarity. And since it's just a bigger, more expensive amp, it just sounds a lot cleaner as well. So you're gonna receive that from your highs in a mid-bass standpoint from the MX 800.4 and our L3 system. Then, like I said earlier, the fun part of the system is this guy. So this requires a heck of a lot of power. And no, it's not one of those universal silly subs that just kind of has some bass to it. This is a custom built enclosure by us with the Memphis's PRXS 1024 sub that when it's playing full tilt, it's just ridiculous that this kind of bass is coming from a dang golf cart. So that is, you don't get bass from speakers. So even our L2 system, there's no bass. Like I said earlier, the sound bar produces more bass than the speakers do in our L1 and L2 system. The only way you really get bass is by a sub. To put it bluntly, like I said earlier, the difference between L1 and 2 in this guy is night and day. And you just know instantly if you're that type of customer that has to have this system or not. What we like to say is you don't hear this system, you feel this system, because again, the bass this thing produces is ridiculous. And not only does it produce some super low end, powerful, thunderous bass that shakes the ground, you also have extremely crisp and clear, loud highs if you crank the system up. And that's just you're not gonna find that in our level 1 or level 2 system. So there you have it. 3 plug and play sound systems for Denago, level 1, level 2, level 3. I know I didn't cover the L3 system for the XL6 or the Nomad. I hinted at the stealth sub, obviously, but that video is coming next, so stay tuned for that. Again, you can see these systems, purchase these systems on our website if you click the link in the description below, if you're watching on YouTube, or you just go to bacarts.com, click accessory store, then click on the Denago you own. But if you have any questions at all, we're not very hard to find. Please just shoot a comment below on YouTube, call us, text us, email us. Everybody that answers the phone here is gonna be able to answer your questions. And if they can't, they'll get somebody that can answer your questions. So don't hesitate to reach out to us if you have any questions. And per usual, thank you for watching and thank you for always supporting BA Carts.